This is gonna be my first video ever on this channel. So I want to wish to whoever, his birthday is today. Happy birthday to you. You know all those YouTubers have like those intros or whatever. I thought I might as well make my own to, stick out the pack. But anyways, I want to make a video on this ReZero hater. Now, for any of you who know ReZero, or like even watch isekai anime for that matter, you probably know that it's one of the most popular and one of the most highest rated isekai anime out there. And obviously you're gonna have your haters and whatever, but there's this one guy on TikTok who genuinely not only has like the worst takes out of like anyone in a community that I don't even know how to describe it. This guy genuinely makes some of the most brain dead takes. Now, I have a feeling, a very big feeling actually, that he's just rage baiting for engagement bait, because a bunch of people have already made videos on him. I'll put them on screen if I can find them, but like it's genuinely insane what he's trying to say here. Like I'm just gonna pull up the videos and just show you, because like it's like if you've actually watched this show, you can clearly see that he's not watched enough episodes to actually even understand what ReZero is about, or B, he's just LARPing and doesn't even know what it's about. So yeah, let me go pull this up real quick. What the fuck is that? No, oh my god, I have not signed into TikTok. Oh my god, that is so, holy shit. Okay, anyways, let's go to the search. Let me just look, I'll find him. ReZero hater. He's gonna pop up. I guarantee you he's gonna pop up. Yeah, there he is. Not him, but like the guy he's talking. Hang on.
ReZero only shines when compared to...
Okay, jeez, that is loud. How do I close it? I've never used this on a computer, bro. Who actually goes on TikTok and like watches it on their computer? Like genuinely. Okay, where's the ReZero video? Why is Borrow black? Where is the ReZero? It starts like right here. Okay, we're gonna let it play out and we'll just see where it goes from here. But as you can tell from his account, he is that my goat? Oh my gosh. Side note, and this is a ReZero video, but like, what? Oh, okay, never mind. But I know this is a ReZero video, but oh my gosh, my glorious goat. And there he is again, except he's kind of getting clowned up by Isagi. Anyways, that's besides the point. Let's just watch this, and we'll go from there.
ReZero's for stupid, ugly people that don't know what a good written story is. The whole premise of the show is...
ReZero's for stupid, ugly people. Okay. You know what's about it? This is also stupid. Can I...
ReZero's for stupid, ugly...
My bad. Okay, can I close these comments?
People that don't know what a good written story...
Okay, okay, whatever. Ignore the comment. Anyways, ReZero is for stupid, ugly people who...
Yes, the whole premise of the show is...
who don't understand what a story is. Okay, number one, that's just an opinion. That's not an actual take. That's just you voicing an opinion that you clearly don't like a show. But just because you don't like a show doesn't mean the people who watch it are ugly. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's basic knowledge, even just someone who's not as old as he is right here. I don't know exactly how old he is. He looks like maybe 19. But anyway, let's see what else he has to say.
It's actually terrible. Subaru's a written story is. The whole premise of the show is actually terrible. Subaru's ability, Return by Death, gives the story low stakes and repetitiveness, and a lot of...
low stakes and repetitiveness. Alright. I'm gonna counter this now. Just because Subaru can come back from the dead, huge spoilers for ReZero, by the way, does not make the story bad. I want to, like, if you've actually watched the show, you probably understand what I'm talking about, but the people who haven't watched it, it makes the story still have stakes. It still makes the story have stakes. It's just not on the same level, I guess you could say. And even then, it still has a huge effect on him, like, emotionally and mentally. Like, okay, put this guy... I don't know what his name is. I'm not going to pronounce that. Put this guy in Subaru's shoes right here. Do you actually believe that anyone else is going to keep sane? No. Worse, maybe some people would be better. I don't know. But, like, bro, this you're not going to be acting Like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. The story still has stakes. Why am I struggling to speak this freaking smoothie? Oh my. The story still has stakes though, bro. Like, I don't get what you're trying to say by it doesn't have stake. Oh my god, I can't speak English. Holy shit. Yeah, but the story, it has stakes, even if Subaru can come from the dead, and there's still consequences. He can't save everyone. We've seen that happen before. Spoilers for Rem, but like Rem is gone for like the beginning of the series, kinda. Not the beginning, but you know what I mean. Even though he has returned by death. So no, holy shit. But no, you can't. Like, I don't see. This is what I mean by just rage bait. Like, I don't even know how many episodes this guy has watched, but clearly it was not enough. I'd say like season 1 to season 2 is like where if you don't like the show, you don't like the show. Like, that's basically it. But if you do like the show after that, it's like kind of like your green flag. But anyways, let's see what else he has to say.
People who defend Return by Death saying he's learning a lot of new lessons, but realistically he's only learning details about the situation at hand and how to deal with that situation. Basically, like,
okay, only learning how details at the or from the situation or whatever. Okay, let's. Oh my god, there's no way this guy actually just said that. Okay, now if you're a Blue Lock fan, you could tell by his profile picture that, you know, that's Isagi right there. That's Isagi. I hope he like. Do you realize? Yes, you right here. You do realize that like Isagi does the exact same. It's just not, obviously not as on. Holy shit! I cannot speak. It's just not on the same level as Subaru. Like, Isagi gets details on this situation and does his best to respond to that, just like how Subaru does. Like, Isagi literally quotes several times in the story how he's gonna like rebirth himself or like destroy his old self or whatever the case may be. And the fact that this guy is saying that this gives this story low stakes and that he doesn't like, you know what I mean, right? Especially if you watch Blue Lock, it's just very confusing on like how like, this guy might just be rage baiting. I don't know anymore, man.
Going back in time, situation at hand and how to deal with that situation. Basically, like going back in time, and then they'll straw man every mental issue he goes through to some philosophy when really it's just bullshit and he's a weak character in a very powerful world. Why would you ever write a character?
Okay, a weak character in a very powerful world. Like. Okay. Number one, I don't have confirmation on this, but if you've actually watched the show, you probably know what I mean. ReZero is meant to be like the basic isekai, but it takes a unique spin on it by giving the main character a very weak ability. Like, Subaru is not your average MC. He's weak. He is not this like nonchalant guy who gets every single woman that he likes. Now, granted, there is a lot of women in the series, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that's meant to represent like how more normal isekai are. And like, just because he's weak in a world of a bunch of powerful people does not make this a bad story. Isagi was literally one of the weakest people in Blue Lock, and he progressively got stronger and stronger. Now, Subaru can't really get much stronger, like on a story level, if that makes sense. Like, he can't get any stronger, like super physically. Obviously, like work out, but like he's a normal person. You get what I'm trying to say. And like, I just don't understand what you mean by like he doesn't like. Okay, all right. Let's just move on. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Not gonna lie.
Like that. That's basically like being in hell. Or people will say, well, he has to make hard decisions because his decisions could affect other characters. But then when you look at these other characters, it's this stupid slave maid bitch that has no fucking goals or aspirations. But
okay, I'm gonna address 2 points here. One, being in hell. Basically, Subaru is basically in hell, and that's what makes the story feel like it has stakes. He's constantly suffering deep down inside of himself over and over and over again. So acting like that's bad, I don't know what you're trying to get at there. Now, this is actually one point that I will agree on, is that Rem, for like the beginning of the series, wasn't really that interesting of a character to me. She didn't seem like that much of a character. She just felt like this character that was like there for Subaru just to, you know, support him and whatever way, shape, or form. But then I'm pretty sure it's like episode 18. I haven't watched season 1 in a while, but she like has a huge glow up in character development. And actually becomes like her own person. You know what I mean? It just doesn't, like, I feel like you just haven't watched enough episodes to understand. Like, it's just difficult for me to even, like, wrap my head around how the fact you, like, if you genuinely watched the first season, I believe that you just didn't. Or if you did, you just weren't paying attention at all. And that's why you're making a video like this. Because if you took ReZero out of separate, like, parts and didn't actually pay attention fully, then yeah, you could probably come to an opinion like this. But anyways,
being Subaru's slave.
Also, I hate to pause the video, but holy ratio, oh my. But anyways,
it's like, why the fuck would you care about her? And the stupid fucks that watch the show will diss Shonen.
Okay, going back to Rem again. Why would you care about her? See, like, this just makes me believe you didn't watch enough episodes. If you just watch the first and second season, you'll probably understand if you like the show or if you don't like the show. It's pretty simple. But, like, this just makes me believe he watched maybe, like, 10 episodes or 14 episodes and then was just like, yeah, I'm just going to make a bunch of hate videos on it for no reason. Also, I hate to bring this up again, but well, actually, he didn't reply to this one. But for this one, he didn't even intend to do a ratio. But, like, you know what? There you go. But, yeah. He did a whole entire, like, I just don't get it, if that makes sense. He's making all these videos and he's like not even watching the show, at least from what I can tell. But hey, that's just my personal professional opinion.
Be talking about anime fights when not only is Reinhardt the most popular character from this series and it's because he's OP, but the story wouldn't exist without all this crazy, powerful, nonsensical knight pulling the power from the god of witchcraft and the witchcraft musical dance and shit. Like, you know, it's all this bullshit. So
it's all this bullshit. You didn't even make sense while saying any of that, by the way. You're talking about witchcraft and witchcraft this. Like, he didn't even mention divine protection, which makes me believe you didn't even watch the show and you're just forming rage bait because ReZero is trending right now, especially on IMDb or whatever. And, like, you're just forming mindless rage bait, or you just are hating to get attention. Which, honestly, you know, if this video somehow goes viral, then it's kind of working out for you. But, like, you know what I mean. And the fact that 4,000 people, like, holy shit. But, like, you don't even make sense, like, from what you're saying. Like, you're just saying shit. You're just saying random words.
Keep saying random words.
And, like, you aren't making any sense. Yeah, whatever. You get the point. You didn't even bring up, like, any of Reinhardt's abilities. Yes, he's an overpowered character. I'm not gonna ignore that, but, like, you do realize that, like, just because someone's overpowered doesn't make them a bad character. You know, I haven't read the light novel or manga or whatever the fuck. I've only watched the anime. I'm catching up to the 4th season right now, so, like, I don't know, you know, like, if Reinhardt has some kind of, like, weakness. But even if he doesn't, that doesn't make him a bad character. He isn't like this super, you know, annoying character who's constantly just, you know, flexing to everyone that he's super strong. Like, the reason why, you know, someone like Gojo for that works is because his personality and how the way he acts, you know, it doesn't scream, you know, you're just an annoying piece of shit who's just there to flex on everyone. Like, no, Reinhardt's a very cool, you know, might go Reinhardt, you know, actually, fuck you for dissing Reinhardt. But anyway.
Fuck up with that. You're above fighting and you're more for the philosophical LARP and you're like this intellectual, like, you're actually
philosophical LARP. How? I mean, I get you can LARP, like, almost everything nowadays, but, like, LARP. You're LARPing, what the fuck? Philosophy, yeah, that's the word. Philosophy. LARPing philosophy. How do you LARP a philosophy? You gotta at least understand what it is. At least to a decent amount. Like, and he made, oh my god, going back to my goat Hugo. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Hugo, whatever the case may be. My glorious goat. Bro, he also has a philosophy, and you don't call him out for that, at least not that I know of. I've watched some of this guy's videos, as you can tell by, like, my previous liked comments. But,
God complex. A person...
Oh, my eardrums. Yo.
ReZero's for stupid, ugly people that don't know what a good...
Fast forward.
more for the philosophical LARP, and you're like this intellectual, like you're actually a trash human being that's defending a pile of shit.
Trash human being. We're calling people trash for liking a show. Yeah, I want to bring this up. This isn't even about ReZero, but like the people who just mindlessly hate on other people for liking a show or liking a video game or liking whatever. Like I see this a lot of Hazbin Hotel. I don't watch Hazbin Hotel. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a show that I would like, but I don't go out of my way. Like if someone mentions they like Hazbin Hotel, like they just get actually flamed, bro. Like you would imagine they are Jesus Christ getting another great video. Another great video to start off with how much I'm stuttering. Crucified. Yeah, that's the word. Getting crucified by just liking a show. Like, from what I can tell, people just don't like the show because it's corny in their opinion, or that they swear so much. Like, okay, but that's not a reason to just mindlessly hate on people for liking a series. That doesn't even make any sense. But, like, this is what this guy is doing to ReZero fans. He's just calling them piles of trash for liking and defending a show when you aren't even making sense. Like, that's just, I don't know. That's crazy to me.
Pile of shit community. Nobody knows what ReZero is. You would never tell a new anime fan to watch this shit because it's actually garbage. ReZero's for...
Okay, you would not tell a new anime fan to watch this because it's not a good first anime. Not only, you know, I would say that maybe after like your 5th or 10th, you know, anime, maybe you could recommend them ReZero. But like, not only does it have some stuff that most anime fans would turn away from because they believe, well, it's pretty weird that there's these girls with like tits out. But like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's just not a good first anime to recommend someone. But that doesn't mean it's a bad anime. Like, you know what I mean? But also, it's not because it's garbage. It's just because, well, literally everything I just said right there. And you're not a trash human being for liking the show. Oh my. Okay, let's check out his other videos. Do ReZero fans deserve life? Is this like his most viewed one on ReZero? This one has like a few more extra 1,000 views. Okay, let's do ReZero fans deserve life? What are we doing?
There should be a public execution of all ReZero fans. ReZero is a terrible story.
There should be a... Okay, now we're just wishing death upon people. Okay, my glorious goat, Isagi. But, like, dude... just because you don't like a show, like right here, ReZero is trash. Okay, it doesn't mean they deserve to die. But, like... oh my, holy fucking ratio again. Not even trying, by the way. But, like, just hating... and like telling people that they don't deserve to live. I'm almost confident that he's rage baiting. I'm gonna show you why, and after we're done looking at these ReZero videos. But like, holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. But like, oh my.
And it can't even compare to Blue Lock. The whole plot of ReZero is Subaru trying to figure out these mysteries. And
okay, it can't even compare to Blue Lock. Now, I love Blue Lock. Blue Lock is just one of my favorite shows of all time, and so is ReZero. First of all, comparing them in general, I don't know why you would do that. They're two completely different genres of anime. And just, you know, in general, they're very different from each other. But, you know, even if you were to compare them, I mean, if I had to personally choose, I would say I like Blue Lock a little more. But, like, that's not me saying that ReZero is bad. I still love ReZero for what it is. And it's honestly taught me so much. I just like Blue Lock's characters a lot more. But, like, what are we talking about, bro? You're comparing a sports anime to an isekai where people die constantly. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Literally having to die and restart from the beginning of the situation to figure out what's going on. The story literally has to regress in time. And he's doing...
It literally has to regress in time. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. But Isagi also has to, like, restart or, like, you know, rebirth himself to... understand the situation. Like, he literally, like, I brought this up, I'm not gonna go too far into it, like, because I literally just went into it like 5 minutes ago, but like, he literally does this. Isagi also does this, my guy. Like, what are we on about? Genuinely, it's just confusing to me how a Blue Lock fan is not liking this show. I mean, I get you can not like the show, but you're bringing up points that Blue Lock has also semi-done.
This all for some random white hair elf bitch he met one evening, which is a useless character that doesn't really have any lines but sucking up to Subaru and being his maid kind of bitch. So it's like...
Okay. See, this again makes me believe you watched like 14 episodes or 10, or maybe not even any. I don't know anymore. If you watched season 2, or even like towards the end of season 1, Amelia gets huge character development. Like, she goes from being kind of what he said here to being a huge character who actually has her own like powers and, you know, all that. I mean, she has her own powers in the beginning, but you know what I mean. She just becomes a way better character in general. And the fact that like you're saying this, it just makes me believe you've barely watched the show. But anyways, I'm gonna move on.
What the fuck? Blue Lock is a sports anime about soccer. Soccer is globally recognized as the best sport ever. It has the most viewership of any sport in the world.
Actually, you know, hang on, I'm not even gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna see what he says.
ReZero fans think the game of soccer is stale and boring, calling it repetitive. They don't understand when you're on the pitch and in these games, there's a lot.
Why the fuck are you comparing real life? Now we're not even talking about Blue Lock, and we're talking about a real life sport. Who cares? We're talking about ReZero. I mean, I love soccer. That's not me dissing soccer, but like, gang, which ReZero fan is saying this? Because yeah, they're wrong. Soccer isn't stale, but like, what are we on about? We're not even talking about ReZero and like reviewing it or like giving our own opinion. We're just saying stupid shit at this point. Oh my.
A lot of things constantly changing. There's a lot of different play styles. There's different physiques on the field. There's different positions. Even little things like the clock, penalty kicks. These are all different aspects of the game that make it what we love. It's literally an underdog story about this random Japanese kid.
We're just talking about Blue, like, sign. I get that it's, you know, kind of your PFP, but like, what are we doing? This is supposed to be ReZero, and you're talking about fucking Blue Lock, and you're talking about how there's so many different positions and physiques and all this other shit. Like, yeah, but like, why the fuck should we care? This is about ReZero and not Blue Lock. No offense to soccer and Blue Lock, I love those both, but like, you just don't make any sense when you're saying this dumb shit. Like, yes, there have different physiques and different styles of play and whatever the fuck. This is ReZero. This is not soccer. Holy shit, you aren't even... No correlation, bro.
Trying to find the best philosophy to becoming the #1 striker. He's always changing. He's always adapting. It's always something fresh and new. Metavision. When he figured out...
Always adapting and always changing. Genuinely... Like, what the fuck are we even on about? Always adapting and changing. I wonder who else is always doing that. You know, I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know.
Oh, he needed a lefty shot. When he figured out the two-gun volley, he's getting new weapons to play on the pitch. He's trying to achieve global fame, not only for himself, but to inspire millions of kids across the world. Like,
so this is not me ranting about the video. I just realized that this is the Verity edit song. I'm not LARPing. I actually watched the videos. I low-key like this song. Can't even lie. But
Messi and Ronaldo. ReZero fans, keep playing with Dungeon and Drag. Actually, even better, how about you comment on this video, try to ratio it, and if it doesn't work out, go reincarnate Max, and then comment again, and then keep doing it until you go.
Yeah, you know, he's genuinely just rage baiting. Like, what he just said there, I'm not even gonna go over all of it, but like, he's just, it's not, there's no correlation. Like, what are we doing anymore, bro? Holy shit. But yeah, that doesn't. Anyways, my brother just came in to talk about some Mario Kart stuff. Yeah, anyways.
Through absurdism and just LARP philosophy, LARP all your mental issues, call it your
LARP mental issues and LARP philosophy. What the fuck are we even talking about? Like, you could do the same for Blue Lock if you're comparing those two. Like, holy shit.
yourself a peak character. There should be a public execution of all reasons.
There should be a public who the fuck? Okay, he's made. Okay, we're like halfway done. Let's just see what the fuck he's on about. And clearly, he kind of fell off. I mean, I get that, like, you know, you're progressively uploading, and you know these have been out for longer, but like, there's a pretty clear difference in views because people are just realizing you're just being a dumbass. But anyway,
ReZero only shines when compared to other isekais because it shows shit.
It doesn't. It shines compared to a lot of anime and just a lot of other stories that aren't even anime in general. So, you know, okay.
Compared to the other isekais, and it's so shit compared to regular anime, and it's the whole.
It's really not, actually, if you've actually watched it. But hey, I don't know. Maybe you just didn't.
Horseshoe theory, so it goes all the way around from being the worst series you ever watched to actually the most peak thing of all human.
What the fuck are you even talking about? I can tell in his little smirk that he's just rage bait. There's no way he's actually being serious. Like, Holy shit. What are we even on about anymore, bro? Genuinely. Like, looping around to being the best anime, like, ever. Like, no, it's not looping. It's just a good series with good characters and good storytelling. Yes, yeah, the Rage Bait, obviously. Yeah, me too.
Existence. It is so terrible of a series that people think it's better than Attack on Titan. This is stuff they're saying.
Yeah, I will actually say this. In my opinion, no, it's not better than Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is my favorite anime ever. So, not much can beat that for me, but it's not make it bad by any sort of means. I promise you.
This is only one of the logical reasonings for this cult-like, disgusting, despicable fanbase. ReZero.
Disgusting and despicable fan base. What is so disgusting compared to other fan bases? I mean, even the Blue Lock fan base is kind of going for like the whole My Hero Academia, like, you know, whatever happened back in 2020 situation. Like, I've been seeing all these Blue Lock cosplayers, and they're just doing interesting, we'll just say interesting stuff.
Hello everyone, my name is Bachira, and I just want to have friends.
ReZero, I haven't really seen much, like, I guess what a lot of people would call it corny. I mean, I don't really find people corny, to be honest. You know, let people live and do whatever they want. But, like, for most people's standards, like, they would call it corny. I have not seen any ReZero stuff be overly corny, like, at all, actually. I feel like ReZero is actually surprisingly one of the better fan bases I've been in, not even just for anime, but in general. Also, holy shit. Name a better anime. Mob Psycho is actually kind of goated. I don't like it more than ReZero though, but Mob Psycho is low-key goated. Alright, that video was like only 19 seconds long, so not much to talk there. But, okay. ReZero fans believe it's a goodie because he's... Holy shit, I am tweaking today. Alright, let's see this.
ReZero fans are the dumbest, most delusional people you'll ever meet because they think since ReZero goes against...
I'm just hating on people for liking a show again. Kind of seems like a trend with this guy. Who agrees with him? And there's just a bunch of Japanese. I'm pretty sure there's meant to be stickers.
The average isekai does, it means it's good. Just because you go against the grain within your genre does not mean you're a great anime. It probably just means you're a different variation of shit.
You know what? Okay, not the shit part, but you know what? You are right about that. Just because you go against a different, you know, grain to what he literally, like what he just said, he's not wrong. You know, he's not wrong when he says, you know, you're not the best, even though you're the best in your genre or whatever. You're right. You're completely right. But you can also, like, well, actually, I was going to say you can say that about soccer, but never mind. Maybe you can. I low-key just lost my train of thought, but that's besides the point. The point is that, yeah, that's true, but ReZero's just, like, I just don't get it, what you mean by, like, it's like so repetitive. Like, if you've actually watched the show and stopped LARPing, you'd maybe understand. Okay, anyways, let's continue.
Because that's what most isekai is. The average isekai is actually way better than ReZero, and it makes a lot more sense. Taking a
The average, you know, hang on, actually, let me hear him.
Person from the regular world where they were a loser, a shut-in, a reject, and then making them reincarnate, become something new, into a new world, having a new fresh start, and trying to get more powerful, understanding how the world works, understanding the power systems, getting stronger every day, getting all the bad bitches. That is something you'd actually want to isekai. That is a fantasy.
Oh my god, yeah, you see, this is kind of when I was talking about the Rage Bait. Holy shit. I like, genuinely, that is one of the most stupid takes I have ever heard in my entire life. That is what almost every single isekai does. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that those isekais are bad by any means. But ReZero is not only trying to be unique by not giving Subaru every single girl in the entire series. He doesn't do that at all throughout the entire show's runtime. He only gets one, Amelia, the goat. But aside from that, like, you want him to be overpowered. And, like, just because he isn't doesn't make him bad. You're just a slop enjoyer who doesn't like actual good written stories. Aside from Blue Lock, of course. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can just tell that he's rage baiting or he's kind of stupid. One of the two. And, like, also, side note, I love Konosuba. Konosuba's low-key kind of goated. But aside from that, this guy's just being really dumb and like clearly hasn't watched it or barely watched it, or like I don't even know anymore. He's probably just rage baiting.
See, I could understand somebody wanting. Subaru, on the other hand, is dealt a really bad hand. He gets reincarnated in a new world. He's granted the worst power ever, which is
Hang on, sorry to interrupt it again. Going back to what he said a little bit ago about how he's adapting to the world, about how like every isekai is like learning, and how they were like these rejects and shut-ins and whatever. Subaru was also a reject and a shut-in in his life. He didn't have anyone to really talk to. He had 0 friends. His parents, well, no, his parents were actually kind of goated, but he didn't talk to them. The day that he even got reincarnated into this world, he talked to 1 person. He barely, like what the fuck are we even talking about? And also adapting and learning and getting a new power and like getting all the bad bitches or whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, genuinely, what are we doing? Like, what? Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm not even gonna... Like, you can just see that Subaru not only does half of that, aside from getting all the girls, but, like, it just doesn't make sense to me why he's even saying this shit. If he even watched, like, the first episode, or, like, the first couple, you'd be able to understand that Subaru literally does this. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Genuinely, like, this guy's just rage baiting, or he's just a mad LARP. I don't know anymore. Whatever the case is, he's being kind of stupid. Well, okay, I am back. My lovely mother wanted to ask me if I wanted to go laser tag. Go to laser tag or whatever. So, I'm gonna be doing that after this video. Yippee! Anyways, okay, let's continue watching this.
literally. And he gets reincarnated in a new world. He's granted the worst power ever, which is literally to die and to go back into the situation and to figure out how he died, which literally makes the story repetitive. And something could be
repetitive. Okay, hang on. Let's hear what he has to say. Hang on.
repetitive and good. For example, like in a basketball game, you know the rules, you know the amount of players on the court, you know how long the game's going to be. That's good. There's some things that have to stay the same. But when you're literally going back in time and reliving the same situation and just finding different components, that's not good. So basically just keep like retelling the story. And it's basically like healthy.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I figured out what he did. He probably watched the first episode where Subaru died constantly, and it felt repetitive. Because he... You know what? If you only watch the first episode, I can... Wait, did Rem even appear in the first episode? No, I'm pretty sure... Well, hang on. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure she didn't appear in the first episode. So, like, what are we on about? That doesn't even... Okay, you know, let's just hear what he has to say.
He's going through all this mental agony for some random elf girl that he met one evening. I understand looks are important, but you putting yourself through hell for this, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like you're obsessed with her. And then the way she's written is so...
It's kind of like you're obsessed with her. Ever heard of, you know, loving someone by any chance? Like he's not weirdly obsessed with her. He gives her boundaries, and like I said, if you watch the second season, they have a whole monologue about how Subaru believes she's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. So, like, yet again, you just didn't watch enough episodes. Like, I'm just gonna stop acting like you watched a decent amount to even understand what the story's about, because you clearly didn't. Like, I don't know what else the fuck to tell you. You just didn't watch any episodes, and if you did, I don't even know how many you watched to even come to this dumbass conclusion.
Uninteresting. She's not like a Maki, and she has like this goal and grit and a dream. She's kind of written for her to be...
Goal and... Oh my god. The LARP, it's getting more and more by the day. It's getting more and more by the day. Like, genuinely, what the fuck are you talking about? She literally has a goal. Her goal is not only to win the royal selection, which at the point of the story I'm in, I don't know if she wins. She probably does, but right now where I'm at, I don't know if she does. But not only that, but like, she has a goal to unfreeze all the people in the village that she fucking kind of froze because of a lot. I'm not gonna get into that all right now. If you watch ReZero, you know what I mean. But like, yes, she has goals. She's an actual character. Like, yet again, you just did not watch enough episodes. Clearly, I don't know what else to tell you.
Saved by Subaru. So it's fucked, man. It's ass. And then the other girl is literally a slave. I'm not even gonna talk about her. Just fucking blue hair. Fucking...
Oh, she's a slave. Yo. Like, she's a slave. I'm pretty sure you just... Okay. Well, let's just make it off this fucking video. Okay. She's a slave. What? What do you mean? No, she's not. She literally... if you watched any of the episode, you can see that she fucking killed Subaru. Like, what are we on about? Yeah, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. You are genuinely one of, like, the most, like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. You don't make any sense. You don't, like, you're just putting all these random points together and, like, acting like it makes sense. You keep on bringing up the same stuff. And the reason why I'm bringing up the same stuff is because you aren't giving me any new stuff to work with. You clearly did not watch enough episodes, and you're clearly, rage baiting, which if you did, you know what? Congratulations, I fell for it. Bravo, bravo. But, like, it's just stupid. Like, if you genuinely are being serious about this, you're genuinely one of the most stupid, like, not even, you're just a dumb, that's, holy shit, I can't, this guy's frying my brain, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You just have a dumb opinion, and it's just wrong, especially if you've watched the series at least a little bit, but judging by what you've been saying, clearly that's not the case. But I want to show you this one video, because this video made me not only inspired to make, you know, these videos that I'm, you know, reacting to right now, but I want to show you this, because clearly this is just showing me that he's rage baiting, or is just kind of stupid, whatever the case may be. Anyway, I'm just gonna let this scene play out.
Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't deserve the animation it's getting. All that money should be spent on Blue Lock, the superior anime. The power system in JJK is absolutely terrible. Gojo represents his power system pretty well. He has an insane ability. On the verge of death, he's talking about cursed energy. Cursed energy is negative energy. Negative energy can enhance the body, but it can't regenerate it. But if I multiply negative energy against itself, create positive energy. Nerd. We don't care. We want to see more aura farming. That's why we like Toji. No powers. He comes in with a gun.
Do you understand why I believe he's just rage baiting? Clearly just tell that this guy is just being stupid. If you've actually watched these shows, you can clearly tell that this is not true at all. And he's just LARPing, or he's just kind of being stupid. Because the fact that you want to say you want to have more aura and, like, the power system is bad, and then just say you want to see more aura farming, like, what are you doing, my guy? Like, lock in. And then saying ReZero fans don't deserve life. Like, holy shit. What are we doing as a society for us to come to that type of conclusion? Like, holy shit, bro. But anyways, that's basically it for now. I hope this guy is just rage baiting. And I don't want to send any hate to this person at all. You know, you can have an opinion, but when you're either rage baiting just to make people mad, or you're just being stupid for all these opinions, whatever the case is, whatever it might be, I hope in the future that you realize that you're just wrong, or whatever the case may be. But that's it, and I hope y'all enjoyed my first video. I'm gonna be making more. My next video is actually gonna be pretty big, so in the meantime, I'll see ya, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.